Welcome back to Joy Mix Everything. Now, a lot of the videos that are going to come up are for me preparing for a big surprise coming up soon. Today I'm going to be making a wood stove, and the reason is because, you know, a good heavy-duty wood stove costs hundreds of dollars that I don't have. So I'd rather make one with ugly welds and it'll keep me just as warm. So let's get to it. So I have here a sheet of 11 gauge steel that I've already traced out the top, bottom, left and right side. Let's go ahead and cut them out. Alright, welcome back. So I just welded all four sides and I added a backing to it and the baffle. Let's get a closer look at this. Alright, so right here's the baffle, and the way I have it set up is the smoke will come up through here up top and the tertiary air will come out this crack right here, creating a secondary burn. The secondary burn helps get rid of all the extra unburnt molecules from the smoke from going into the atmosphere, creating a more efficient fire and making a warmer wood stove. So we have right here the back plate and then the baffle. There's a crack right here that allows the tertiary air to come through. The smokestack is going to be right here, and there's going to be a backing to this with a 1-inch slot right here at the bottom. What this is going to do is it's going to allow the air to flow up through that slot, come up through here, and then out that crack. While it's traveling through this distance, it allows the air to be heated up to become readily available for the flames to use it as a oxygen for a fuel source. Disclaimer, I was trying to weld on cold steel with the wrong welding settings, so my welds are atrocious, so please forgive me. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and weld up all my edges, seal everything off, and finish the rest of the wood stove. Alright, now with everything welded up, I can add the back plate. Alright, so I finished welding up all the backside and interior. I made this door frame for the wood stove, and let's go ahead and weld it on. Woo! Hot dog. There we go. Not the prettiest welds, but they'll hold. Alright, so we have here the wood stove. The main body is finished. Here's the inside of it. Probably too dark for you to see. Now what I'm doing is I am making a door. It'll be from this view. So the door handle will be right here, air vents, and possibly a secondary air vent up here. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out, make some tabs, cut those holes, and install the door. So for the brackets on the air adjuster, I just cut 2 slivers and stack them on top of each other, and then I'll weld them like that, and that'll hold this piece in place so it can slide freely back and forth. And then at the end here I have a stopper. So let's go ahead and weld it. So I've now completed my legs, rounded off the ends, drilled some holes, and then here are the pivot points. And I just got a little piece of scrap metal that I found on the floor to create the spacing so that they are angled ever so slightly so that the legs would flare out to make the wood stove more stable. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld 4 of those on, and then bolt the legs on, and then the legs are done. Now it's time to install the hardware. All right, let's see if it stands up. All right, there we go. It has legs. There you go, see? Now from here I can of course adjust the height how I want it, but honestly I kind of like this height. You don't have to really bend over to do much. Alright, now to do the door latch. So now I'm to the part where I'm trying to figure out the door latch. So what I'm thinking is I'll have this little bar right here that I'll slide up and down, and then I'll have this little piece right there, and then this one on the actual wood stove, so that whenever you slide it, it'll lock into place, forcing the door nice and snug against the wood stove itself. And I'll screw a hole through the door right here, and then right here is where the little handle will be. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld that. All right, so now the door latch is done. It works perfectly. There we go. Now it's time to get the grinder and make this all look pretty. freshly cut fire bricks. Are installed. What we'll have to do now is cut the hole for the chimney on the top. All right, Ivan, let's take it from the top. Action. Ivan is ready. Ivan, we don't need to say you're ready after I say action. Okay? You just start acting. Let's record this commercial. Do you want the wood stove that keeps you warm during the cold Russian winters? Well, this is the stove for you. All you have to do is get some warped steel, cut it everything you need with angle grinder, and weld it together with the cheapest welding machine you can get your hands on. And then just maybe you can have a wood stove like this of your own. And at least you won't have to lie to your wife of how much it costs, because it's going to be pretty cheap. Now this stove, it has multiple features. You have a nice latch handle, a nice brick interior. Look how nice that latch is. A little lip to catch the ash. And inside of here, you have a little baffle that creates a secondary airflow from the back here, and it creates a secondary burn to create an efficient hot fire. And then only you have the primary air vents. The hose will get extra air. It's adjustable, you see? And then you have 3 forms of air creating a nice hot fire, keeping you nice and warm. This is the stove for you. Okay, Ivan, that was good enough. Thank you. Right there. That's
perfect. Right. Boy, I know. All right, you see it? You see yourself? You like it?
Yep.
Because it's about to turn black.
I know. You ready?
It's recording.
Okay.